Welcome back to Henry's Garage. In this episode we work on the steering column for the green car. We're having a bit of a break from electrics. We get the column in and all connected up, but I've got a bit of an issue in that it doesn't seem quite long enough and I don't understand why. It might be that you can actually lengthen it internally somehow, but I haven't been able to make that happen at this stage. So yeah, have a look and how we get on, and let me know what you think. Do like, do subscribe, do comment. They all help me. They make me, they encourage me. That's how they help. So, and I hope you enjoy. This is the steering column for my TR7, and if you look at the threads here, you can see that it's had a good whack by somebody at some point, and you can see how uneven it is. And if you look at it this way, you can see that it's kind of flat here, but here it's kind of bending down. So it's had some damage. Now, seems to me, and my dad pointed it out, actually, the lock nut on here, the nut on here, doesn't actually do much. It's just holding it in place. Most of it's held on. Getting a steering wheel off the spline is always hard enough. So I just need to have a few threads here. So I'm going to try filing this down somehow and see if I can get it so that I can slide the nut on far enough to then catch some threads. Hope that makes sense. And I haven't quite decided how to do that yet, because obviously I don't want to go too far. But what I think I might do is come put some tape on it or something to around here, and then use this to try to grind down the surface outside that, so that I can slip the nut over. Now, if none of that works, I'll have to have a rethink, but I think that's what I'm going to try. Okay, so this hasn't quite gone to plan so far. I don't have metric threads of this size, so I tried cutting that out to a 3/4 inch NF16. Yeah, and I did the same for this. I think I had that, so I got something wrong at some point. Anyway. So what I'm going to try now is that's an M12 washer. I'm going to try drilling a hole down the centre. Then if I can put just a washer over the top to hold that in place, then I think that's going to be good enough for me. So we're going to try drilling a hole down the centre here. So here we have my solution. So this is tight. So this is an M6 bolt, 1/2 inch. I've got a couple of washers there just to cover it. And yeah, so I think that should be okay. So we're going to go with that. So we'll look at putting it onto the car next. Okay, so I've got here what I should have for my steering rack. So this bit here is obviously this bottom stuff, so good, I've got that. Bulkhead goes here, bulkhead, the firewall. Alright, I've then got this bit here, so I've got that, I've got this bit here. This lot is on the car. And I got myself a new washer, whatever this is called, thrust washer or whatever. It's not called that. A spring washer. Oh, it is a thrust washer. Spring stroke thrust washer. There we go. So you can see this. I do have one there, but it's looking pretty bad. The spring, the washer itself is fine, but the other one isn't. So possibly you didn't have this in the image before. But this bit here is all of that. We've got new washers for there. We've got a new bush. This is here. This bit's here, which is this. This slot here is still on the car, on the dash, and so it will feed through. So I am going to attempt to pull this out so that I can put it on the car. Well, those bits didn't really want to come apart, but they did eventually, with a bit of persuasion from some heavy hitting tools. So I've got it just resting along here right now, and I'm trying to work out how I'm going to get the bushing in here. Okay, so this bushing has to go into that hole down there. So I think what I'm going to try is a M12 bolt with some washers on it on this side, and a big enough ratchet on the other for it to fit inside, and see if I can pull it through. So this is actually what I'm going to use for it. So this is a 10mm bolt. I didn't have I didn't have big enough washers for 12mm. My sockets were all far too long and they were big enough for this. So this here is an old piston from a brake caliper, and so we're going to do it like that. Okay, so I've just loaded that like that, and the plan is that as I turn, hopefully the spanner will hold, and I'll try turning from the other side. No, that's come off. Right, try again. Here's what I just discovered. I can actually reach both from here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see from over there, but that's not working. It's sort of pulling inside it. So we're just going to loosen it up and see if we can readjust it. Okay, so I'm gonna do another of these and do another one of these because this washer is getting pulled inside. If I do it like that, then I'm hoping the pressure all around will squeeze it in more evenly. It's not worked. I can see it all squeezed out here. Okay, I've been trying to line this up absolutely dead on inside and see if that helps. Right, no, I see it squeezed out that side this time. Oh, I thought I had it. I think I've got it in. I used this screwdriver to try to straighten it. So I'm not going to take it off and see if I have or if I've just fooled myself. Well, we're very close actually. So how am I going to get that side in? Okay, well we'll try a bit more, but I think I need to get some pressure on this side somehow. It's very close. So it's in, good, I'm pleased with that. So we'll stick the steering rack through, not the steering rack, the steering column through there now. And start connecting bits up. Okay, so we can see the steering rack in place there. And all, you know, the universal joints, you know, where there were grooves in the column, the steering column, in order to fit through the bolts, that all lines up, so that's good. However, I think I have a problem. So I don't know if it's that the steering rack is wrong, or for the car. So if I come to put this steering wheel on, it won't fit. So these bits are hitting on here. And this is my minis, you know, my because I can't get a TR7 one. So if I try to squeeze that back on, well, the point being, if I get that back on, it will be worse. So I think the first thing is we'll try to work out how to get this to go on. And that, I suppose, could be achieved just by cutting these bits off. Now those must be there to get the indicators to self-cancel. So that's not such a big deal. I would then need to work out how to trim this down. I think the problem is I need to make it go back further, okay, which is what I'm having the most trouble with, because when I push it back too far, all of these start interfering. Okay, well, for now we'll leave it as is, and we'll see what we think about it tomorrow. I'm very disappointed with this. Unless I've got something else wrong here. Have I got this on wrong somehow? No, I can't see anything wrong with the way I've put this on. And this bit I never actually took off here. That's back on in the right place. Just noticed that this is also limited into how far it will go back by a lip here. Might have been a very bad choice to do that, to try this. You know what, although the wires on the switch might fit, nothing else does. So I think I might end up having to, they're just so expensive, but source some second-hand ones. Right, well, I'm feeling a bit frustrated by that, to be honest. So with the indicators, you know, the signals, the instruments, the switches. Okay, I was taking a risk, and yeah, I'm less bothered by that. But if that steering column is in, I really don't understand why my steering wheel won't go on it. So it looks like it's a standard TR7 steering wheel to me, just without the TR7 bit in the middle, because that simply covers up the bolt. So that looks right. So I'm wondering if maybe it's not actually a TR7 steering column, but I don't know. So if anyone's got any thoughts, I would really appreciate them. So I'm going to stop with that frustration and not having completed it, just in case I'm missing something really dumb. Thank you for anyone that's got any help. Until next time, you know, enjoy your cars.